Hello and welcome back to IXL Tutorials. This is Mr. Duffick, and today we are doing IXL X13, which has to do with geometric probability. So you're going to see a series of diagrams like this. Sometimes they're number lines, and they're just asking you to come up with probability pertaining to those diagrams. So this question is asking, a point on line TZ, so TZ right here, is chosen at random. What is the probability it is also on UX? So UX is going to be 2 to 8. So 2 to 8 is going to be 6, right? Okay. And then out of the total, how long is TZ? That's going to be 0 to 12, so out of 12. And so that's going to be just a 50% chance, or a half probability, 1 over 2 probability, that any number you choose is going to be on UX here. Okay, a point on QX, so the entire line is chosen at random. What is the probability it is also an RV? Well, RV, the distance between RV is 2 to 10, so that's going to be 8 over, and how long is the line in total? 0 to 14, so 14. Okay, so 8 over 14. Let's simplify that down by half, so that's going to be 4 over 7. Okay. A point on the line segment is chosen at random. What is the probability it is between 59 and 60? So we'll go here. The probability is between 59 and 60. That, of course, is just going to be 1. Okay. Don't think of the actual numbers here. Think of the space between the numbers. So between 59 and 60 is just going to be 1 out of a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, so just 1 out of 14. Okay, so a point on GI is chosen at random. What is the probability it is also on HI? Okay, so again, we have points here. Think of the space between all of the points. So we'll go, it says probability is on HI. HI is right here, so that's just going to be 1 or 5. 5 to 10 is 5. So 5 over, and then GI total is just these two. So 0 to 10 is going to be 10. 5 over 10 is just 1/2, so it's going to be 1/2. Okay, now we have a spinner. The central angle of sector L is 188. What is the probability that the spinner does not land on L? Okay, so our central angle right here is 188. And what is the probability it does not land on L? So remember, this kind of goes back to circles. Ooh la la. So this is indeed a circle, and it's saying the central angle is 188 right here for L. And it's saying what is the probability it does not land on L. So what's the probability it's going to land on either M or N? Okay. Now, if you remember from circles, circles in total have 360 degrees, right? And so we want to know what MN over 360 is, okay? And to know that, we're just going to do 360 minus 188, and that's going to give us what MN is. So 360 minus 188 is going to be 172. So this is going to be 172. So what's the probability it does not land on L? It's going to be 172 over 360. Okay. So we'll go, and before we leave, we got to simplify it, right? So I'm going to divide both by 2. So half of 172 is going to be 60. No, sorry, is going to be so I'm going to take half of 172. Half of 172 is going to be 86 over 360. Half of that's going to be 180. Okay, can we reduce it down further? Yes, we can. Let's do another half. Half of 86 is going to be 43. And then half of 180 is going to be 90, so 43 over 90. Can we reduce that down any further? Not really. 43 can't really be reduced down much easier. So we'll do 43 over 90. And there we go. Okay, so line segments, you know that already. We're going to jump. Ooh, a circle. So once you get to the 90s, you're going to see diagrams like this. A circle is inscribed, as in written inside, a square with a side length of 58. If a point in the square is chosen at random, what is the probability that the point is outside the circle? Okay, this is going to be fun. So this kind of takes us back to IXL, I believe it's S9, okay, where you kind of cut shapes out, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to find the area of the square first. Okay, so it says side length of 58, which is this. So the area is going to be 58 times 58. So 58 times 58 is going to be 3,364. Okay, now let's find the area of the circle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay, so we know the length of a side of the square is going to be 58. If we kind of translate this side right here, we just kind of slid it up so it was kind of like this, right? That means our diameter of the circle is going to be 58, right? So if our diameter is 58, we want our radius for our equation. Well, our radius is just half the diameter. What's going to be our radius? So what's half of 58? That's just 29, right? 29 plus 29 is 58. So our radius is 58. So we have 3.14 times 29 squared, or just 29 times 29. And that is going to be 29 times 29 is 841 times 3.14 is going to be 2,640.74. It says round to the nearest 10, so I'm just going to leave it at 0.7. Okay. And so the circle is going to take up 2,640.7, whereas the square overall is going to be 3,364. So it's asking if a point is chosen at random somewhere inside the square, so anywhere here, could land on the circle, could not, what is the probability that the point is outside the circle? So what is the probability it's going to land here? Okay, well, the circle is going to be the area over the area, so it's going to be 2,640.7 all over 3,364. So this is the probability that it's going to land inside the circle, right? We want the outside the circle, so we got to subtract the area out, equals or minus 2,640.7. And so when we do that in a calculator, that is going to equal 0.7. That is going to equal 723.3. Okay, meaning we have a 723.3 out of all the available area of 3,364 chance that it's going to be outside the circle, because this area right here is going to represent everything not in the circle, right? Which is what it's asking for. What is the probability that point is outside the circle? So it's going to be this, and it asks for a percentage, which is wonderful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that number 723.3 and divide it by 3,364, and that is going to equal 0.215, okay, which just equates to 21.5%. And this is going to be our answer, 21.5%. So we'll go here, we'll go 21.5%. And there we go. Okay. This problem is the same, except it says inside the circle. So you're not going to do the 3,300 minus the 2,600. You're just going to leave it here at your original one, because this is the area inside, right? And so then you're just going to do the percentage of that. So that's what kind of problem this is. Same problem, but now you're doing inside the circle just to give you a hint. Okay, so that is pretty much it, I believe. I guess I'll jump another level to be sure. Up, another spinner, not a big deal. The central angle of a sector I is 31. What is the probability that the spinner does not land on I? Okay, well, if this is 31, the entire thing is 360. 360 minus 31 is going to be 329, so it's going to be 329 over 360. And that should be your answer. We're not going to simplify. So, okay, I'm going to stop there. Stay safe, study hard, and I will catch you later for the next IXL tutorial video. Goodbye.